Hi, everybody. All right, now it's time to talk conclusion. Okay, so if you haven't read the model paper solution section and the conclusion, pause the video, read it, come back. It doesn't take long, but really read solutions and conclusion because it'll help you think about them together. That's what we're really talking about in this section, in this video. All right, so first of all, let's take a look at their conclusion. This is the last section. If you look at their conclusion, this paper's conclusion has basically, they say a three-pronged approach to this sexual assault issue. They're going to have high school programs here against sexual assault, college campus ones too, and then finally kind of a new punishment justice system on college campuses. Fine. Three things they want to do. How do you come up with these? You can't just have your conclusion, which is your proposal, be just out of thin air, like, oh, I think this might be a good idea to try. Like, no, you've done a ton of research. Your conclusion should kind of come from the research you've done up to this point. Okay, so it's going to sound educated, it's going to sound reasoned, you're going to be explaining your ideas. That's really critical. Okay, so how does this proposal come about? There are really two different ways to do it. All right, this person, let's not talk about this model paper yet, but I'll show you how it's relevant to it. One method is to say, I have solution A, solution B, and solution C in my solution section. And I'm going to spend my proposal, my conclusion section now saying why I think, for instance, B is the best and how we might expand and develop B a little bit more. It can't just be, I think B is the best, done with conclusion. It's got to be like, I think B is the best. Here's how we can make it even better or what funding it needs. Because remember, you had some cons, like some drawbacks or limitations to solution B. Talk about how you might address those. Reason from stuff you've learned, okay? So that's one method to the conclusion. You will see that this model paper kind of did that. If you scroll back in their solutions section, their last solution, solution C, was education. So if you look at that, it was all about sexual assault, anti-sexual assault education for young men. So when they say high school programs and programs on college campuses, they're basically building on that solution. Notice, therefore, there aren't a lot of citations in the opening part of this conclusion. They're more talking about how they think it should work well. There's like one citation on this, when it should be done on college campuses, but not a lot of need to bring in new research, okay? But their third solution, which was all about this new punishment system, well, actually a sort of restorative justice program, their third one, that wasn't one of their solutions. This is kind of the other approach to your proposal conclusion section, is to say solutions are A, B, and C, but in my conclusion, I'm going to show you a fourth one, D, that actually is the best one and we should be doing. So you don't really like reveal that one in your solution section. You kind of save it for your conclusion. If you do that, you're going to have a lot more citations and research thrown into it because you got to really bring us into what that solution is and how it's been tested or tried in different places or proposed in different places. So this person kind of did a mix, right? They did education and then they presented some stuff on that, but then they threw in this restorative justice thing. And so when you get to that part of their explanation, they have some more research here. Like they got 3 citations in here, and they're talking about how that works and what research they found for it. That's really important to understand is your conclusion. It's kind of like you're introducing your proposal and then you're explaining the proposal, okay? So you introduce it, talk about generally what it is, and then explain it. But those are the 2 methods, the kind of spend the conclusion focusing on one you've already introduced in your solutions, or spend your conclusion talking about one that you didn't put in your solutions section that you kind of been saving for this part. Both of those are fine. Then the last paragraph is where you sum everything up. You'll come back to your causes a little bit, and then you'll briefly kind of go over your solution a bit. It's a short paragraph. This is kind of your traditional conclusion, sum it all up piece. But it also really is maybe your chance to say why you think this needs to happen now. In some way, it could be a final piece about how problematic your issue is and why it needs action right now. That's a fun way to end it. Or maybe not fun's not the right word, but a powerful way to end it too. All right, go for it, everybody. I'm going to turn this off because I'm being told I'm going to time out in a few seconds. If you have questions, conferences are where we can talk about this stuff. Good luck. I'm sure you're going to do great. You've been doing great so far. All right, bye.